Before I start, that is me, my brother, and grandma at a square dancing convention. Hello, my name is Jacob. I grew up in Oakland, and ever since I'll be performing in Oakland tomorrow night. Come there too. Anyways, ever since I was young, I knew I wanted love in my life. It all hit me at the same time back in 4th grade when I received a prank phone call from a girl in my class. She said, "Hi, this is Lisa. I love you and I miss you." Then she laughed and hung up. I found out on Monday that it was just some girls at my class at a sleepover. But even though it was just a prank, just the thought that a girl could be in love with me changed my life forever. Yeah. I started keeping love lists in an old journal my teacher had given me as a class assignment in 2nd grade. Lisa, of course, was at the top of the list because she was the girl from the phone calls. Here's an example of a list I made in 1989. I knew 10 girls. Some of them might have been adults. I loved everything about Lisa, even the prank phone call, which she didn't even make. As a sort of homage, I wrote my own book of imaginary prank phone calls. Here's the cover. Yeah. My first prank phone call was called "My Dad's Pregnant." Then there was flaming toilets, classic PPCs. But the one that really expressed my feelings was huge hormones. "Hello?" Heavy breathing poured out of the telephone. "Who is this?" I yelled. "Don't you know?" asked the 12-year-old girl. "It's your lover, Amy, and I just want to say that you are an animal in bed. Do me again, you sexy libido." Of course, the book ended with Lisa, the girl from the original phone call. In 6th grade, Lisa D was replaced by Emma. To be fair, Lisa had slapped me, and Emma was really pretty and didn't slap me. Here she is at the top of my love list. Yeah. 1990. Lisa D still number 2. Yeah. You never forget. And in case that didn't make it clear enough, there's this. I did love Emma. By the way, just a note on Emma. I don't remember what my grandma's birthday is. I don't remember what my favorite aunt's birthday is. Emma's birthday is next Sunday, July 14th. So please wish her a happy birthday. Oh, no, this Sunday. Oh shit, it's this Sunday. I need to get a present. Anyway. There were other forces at play, though. Around the same time, I had my first sexy dream, and it wasn't with Emma. Oh, shit. By age 11, I was engaged in a tug-of-war between love and lust. Even then, I wanted to prove that my intentions with Emma were pure, so I wrote this entry. "I don't like Emma for the sex. I don't want to fuck her. I love her for her kindness and her sweetness, and her hair, and her face. No sex, all love." But my huge hormones were winning. There was a girl in my class who was starting to get breasts, and it turned me on so much, I had to draw a picture of her. I was so turned on, I didn't have time to draw unimportant things like arms. By the way, I believe that's me going down on her. I think that's her vagina. I'm not sure. It was probably the last thing I added. Anyway, then I started middle school. Oh, and things changed big time. I wasn't going to school with girls anymore. I was in 7th grade, surrounded by women. So I wrote my first sex fantasy in the journal. It had 2 names at the top, Zoe and Annie. I think I wanted to show I wasn't picky and either one would be just fine. Age 12, Zoe, Annie. I long to caress your beautiful body, squeeze your beautiful breast and lick you all over. I want to put my arms around you and squeeze your beautiful butt. You have the butt that every woman would love to have. It's round, plump, and just hanging out there waiting to be squeezed. Oh, you have just the right curves in all the right places. I want to put my lips to yours and just move my tongue all around you. Your breasts are perky and plump. I long to see, lick, suck, and put my face in them. The thing I really want to do with you is go skinny dipping with you and then dry you off with my body heat. Then go to the beach and first unbutton your shirt, then take off your shirt, then take off your bra, B-R-A-W, with my mouth. Then unbutton your pants and take off your underwear. Then I take everything but my underwear off. You take that off. I then take your hand and rub my dick with it. You then kneel down and give me a blowjob. I then lay your beautiful naked body in the sand and have sex with you for eternity. Oh, ooh, yeah. Faster, faster, in, out, ooh. I then lick and squeeze your butt and breast some more. Oh, I want to fuck you and feel you up. The ending shows what I really want to do at 7th grade. Just feel them up, that's all. Soon, my friend Caleb became my partner in the sex fantasies. We wrote a sexy poem about the two girls we liked. To Iris and Dana. Jacob loves Iris. Caleb loves Dana. We'll want you to peel our bananas. Peel to the left, peel to the right, peel our bananas, and oh, take a bite. Why don't you sharpen our pencil instead of putting it behind your ear? When we see you, our floppy disks turn to hard disks. I hope you have a hard disk drive. When you girls walk by, our string beans turn to carrots. Hot. All right. All this time, I was still making the love list. Here's a revised edition every couple of months or so. Here's one from 1992. Yeah. Where'd Emma go? All right. Well, all right. So, but after I wrote this one, I realized I wanted to change my mind about the number 1 spot, and I added an addendum to the bottom. We're all aware of gymnast Kim Zmeskal, right? Gold medal gymnast. As you can see, I decided to put Chelsea Clinton in number 1. I thought that they were being very mean to her on Saturday Night Live, so I thought if I was nice to her, she would become friends with me and then be my girlfriend and then invite me over to the White House. So, yeah. Unfortunately, the president's daughter never became my girlfriend, and I went all the way through middle school and high school in the friend zone. But finally, at the end of senior year in high school, I decided I got nothing to lose. I had honed my writing craft in my journals over the years, and I was going to find love by writing a super sexy story for my sci-fi assignment in English class. The Rise and Fall of Hervey Flinkman. If you know what I mean. The story is about a high school nerd who writes a computer program that makes him completely irresistible to women. On the surface, it was a satire, but I knew that every girl in that class would get a copy, and they would see what a sexy player I was, and they would totally want to get with me. Here's how the story begins. Everything became suddenly quiet as she walked through the double doors at the end of the hall. She knew where she was going and who she needed to see. Herbie Flinkman. You know what I want, she whispered in his ear. Don't make me beg. As he felt her tongue part his lips and enter his mouth, Herbie pulled her close, feeling her heaving breasts crush against the calculator in his front shirt pocket. As Herbie's arousal grew, he leaned Amy against the locker. He lowered himself and pressed his mouth to her chest. Amy closed her eyes and leaned her head back, letting out a cry of pleasure. I should mention I went to a Catholic high school, and my teacher was a young guy who was rumored to sleep with the seniors after they graduated. In the margin, he wrote, "Great start." I might write the same thing, I don't know. After this, there are several more pages of gratuitous sex fantasies leading up for the big ending, which I knew was going to show everyone how ready for action I was, and also how super creative I was. The doorbell rang out, and Herbie jumped up to answer it. There she was, Renee Harrison. She wore a skin-tight red miniskirt and red high heels. She walked over to the bed and motioned for Herbie to follow. As their tongues chased and played, Herbie reached up and slowly caressed her large breasts, which hung before him like the fruits of God on a tree. Herbie could feel her rotating her hips, moving her pelvis all around his manhood, breaking every barrier of pleasure imaginable. Then, Herbie felt something else. He opened his eyes and noticed there were more women in the room. Dozens of them. They were all naked and coming over to the bed surrounding him. He could feel their breasts all over his body. The pressure was becoming unbearable. He felt the bones in his legs start to break. Herbie opened his mouth to scream just as Renee bent over him. Her breast entered his mouth and started going deeper and deeper down his throat. "Oh yes," moaned Renee. "Oh, I like that." Herbie could feel his lungs running out of air. He felt his ribs start to crack and cave in, puncturing his internal organs. He tried to scream, but the breasts only muffled his sound. He started turning blue and began to twitch. And it was in this way that Herbie Flinkman was crushed to death by 272 pairs of breasts. So the good news is my teacher loved the story. He said, "You certainly have a creative, obsessive idea here. You touch on every young heterosexual male fantasy nicely. I like it." Unfortunately, the bad news, the girls in my class didn't seem to care either way. And I ended up the year without a single pair of breasts in my mouth, let alone 272. But that summer, everything changed. I finally became a man. And when the time came on that late summer night, again, I remember Emma's birthday. I have no idea what day I lost my virginity. And when the night came on that late summer night, on that blanket in center field of the Little League Diamond in Oakland near the Caldecott Tunnel, under the moon, when the time came, I was ready. And let me tell you, it was the best 45 seconds of my life. I had some relationships after that, but they petered out by my early 20s, and it seemed like I was back where I started. But then in 2013, I gave it one more try. I used those funny, sexy journal entries to write a funny, sexy personal ad on OkCupid, and someone awesome finally took the bait. We got married in 2017, and I just want to say, I love her completely, even her arms. Thank you very much.
But I never stoop to touching your boobs, because 'cause I put you on a pedestal. And that's where you and all of my future women will stay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I got women on pedestals, but I don't know how to take care of them myself. Oh, I could never stoop to putting my penis in Emma. Oh, but all the other girls that I see, I can't wait for them to receive my seed. I know how this is gonna work. I just need to let Emma stay out of this. Oh, I want to have sex with girls. I want to have sex with girls, but not women. 'Cause women are too nice. This is a common mistake made by guys who are nice. So let's talk about that time where I thought that I was going to be killed by 544 breasts. That's 200 and some odd times two. Because I can do the math, and I can't wait till that boob is going down my throat, down my esophagus, and down to my stomach, and then into my duodenum. Because, oh, Emma, I won't have sex with you. I love you too much to have sex with you. No sex, only love.
And breasts in the face.
No sex, only love. Well, it's something that I would have to deal with in my life. Women are just not one-dimensional beings.
We're at least two.
Like diamonds, they have 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 facets. They're complete human beings, and somehow I'll find myself shedding the trench coat of patriarchy. One more time. No sex, only love.
And breasts down the throat.
No sex, only love.
400 breasts in my throat.
I will put only the woman that I love on the pedestal.
Lisa.
And slowly as I wake up to the world, I'll realize that women are people too.